What we were trying to achieve with the video, the way we did it, is this. We wanted to bring a little bit of our concept of Raindrop and what Raindrop could do and what it can offer people without giving away too much of our idea. Obviously, we're a small company, a startup right now, and there's a lot of people out there that are very large, conglomerates, leviathans in the industry that could take and steal our idea and run with it before we ever got a chance to get it off the ground. So that was our main strategy behind how we approached the commercial. If you look at the commercial and you see everybody's repeating some phrases where it says, "That's who I was, that's where I was, and this is who I am." Everybody repeated it over and over, and the reason why we were trying to do that was we were trying to establish almost a triangle of identity for each and every person themselves. Who they were, where they were, and who they are now. Because each one of those without the other really doesn't link you to yourself. It gives you depth when you do it that way. And as you can see, when you do it with multiple people, what Raindrop can do is not only let you see and follow your own story, but see and follow everybody else's story that's important to you. We want to be able to allow you to tell a story. Anybody can make a comment. Will you be able to tell a story? And that's what we were trying to achieve in the video. Again, yeah, the main difference is when you view other networking sites, they are very one-dimensional. I believe this next zeitgeist is basically the ability to go three-dimensional with the networking. And that's something that will really change all of timekeeping, all of journal keeping, all of growth keeping, all of history. I know it sounds very grandiose, but if you can just imagine actually going back and hearing entries from people, actually telling them stories, their stories, from generations ago, 2 generations ago, a generation into the future. That's something that's never been done before, and that's what we're trying to offer here, is a chance to tap into everybody's true story, make everybody a legend. A lot of people have asked me that, and we had searched through a litany of names prior to landing on Raindrop, and really I took a world religions class in college, and during that time I learned a lot about some Eastern religions and some other religions where basically the soul derives from an ocean, and when you're in the ocean you're one with all other beings, all other life forms, but in the process of life, the gift of life, you're evaporated into the sky, into this unconsciousness, and when you take shape as a precipitation, as a raindrop, that's your journey right now, embodied in your soul and in your incarnation. And your journey from the sky back to the ocean is the life that we're living right now. But only during that time are we separated from all the other raindrops that are out there, all the other life forms that are out there. And this is an opportunity for us to document our entire journey as our raindrop. You know, my friends and I always sit around and come up with ideas for things that we can do just to make products or do things that might change the world. And one evening we just happened to be sitting around and it just dawned on me what the natural evolution was for networking. We've been networking since the beginning of time. People have been keeping things on cave walls to document their journey. People have been keeping journals. People have been reaching out to friends and sharing letters and been doing that since the beginning of time. Of course, with technology, this last evolution was a monumental leap into networking online, which now encompasses and taps into everybody. But that's been where it's been for the last couple of years. What is the next step for that? The only next logical step is to increase the dimensions of it. Right now, it's amazing who it can reach, but it's very shallow if you think about it. A lot of people don't even use social networking right now just for that fact, because it feels shallow. With what we're trying to do, we take that element away. It's almost like networking with character. Because now it's not about what you're posting. It's about you actually telling a story to yourself, if not to your children, and being able to tap back into that years later and share it with a loved one down the road. Again, I remember a young lady that I went to school with, and she had been estranged from her mom for many years. At the end of college, she actually found her mom, and her mom had kept journals for her the whole time that she was looking for her. And everybody thought that was beautiful, it was magical. And the thing is, everybody wishes they could do that. It's just so much time to come home at the end of the day, find a journal, write everything down, and keep track of it. What we're trying to do right now is make it so it follows you. You can just put it down anytime you want. Put down all your thoughts, all your memories. Make it special. Tell your story, be a legend. Raindrop, that's what we're looking for. That's a really good question. It's a tough question, but At the same time, it's an easy one. And when I say easy, it's for this. We really believe that we have the next idea that can help change the world for the better, truly change the world. Every generation there's ideas that come up that have a profound impact on the way the cultures in our whole world work. This idea, if it takes off, will change us from, I guess, the modern tier now to a new tier where we can actually tap into what other people think, what other people feel, what other people's journeys were. Again, the saying that we have is, anybody can make a comment. Will you tell a story? Right now with networking sites, you can go and read anybody's random comments. What is that worth? Really nothing without the story, without the who I was, where I was, and who I am. That's what Raindrop is going to give us. We are on the cusp of bringing something that can change the world because, again, when we talk about history, right now, anytime you learn about history, it's through somebody who read it through some book written by some other guy who interviewed some other person. That's how we get our history now. With Raindrop, if we can develop Raindrop the way that our vision is, we can actually go back at any time, any moment, and actually find open entries and see who was there firsthand and read their accounts. Not listening to somebody else, but read their accounts. What that can do to bring our society together and closer is magical. Absolutely magical. Now here's the key. We're a small upstart company. We can't do it on our own. But you can help us. And that's why you should help. I think it would be a great journey for you as well as us, and we can log it on Raindrop. Tell your story, be a legend. Come visit Raindrop.